Hello, I'm Errol at home, and this is BTS in the soap. This design is inspired by the Cyanotype picture from RM's album Indigo. I'm using 100% coconut oil for a clearer blue colour, so as coconut oil at higher percentages than 33% can become very drying, I've increased the superfat from 5% in my usual recipe to 22% in this one for a more moisturising bar. This essential oil blend is called Flow and it's really pretty. It comes from eocalc.com. I'm indebted to Amy Warden for her research on methods of using indigo on her Great Cakes website. I'm incorporating the indigo into hot water, which will become the lye solution for the blue portion of the batter. This is the sodium hydroxide for the blue batter, which is roughly 85% of the design. This is the sodium hydroxide for the white part of the batter, which is roughly 15%. Now I'm measuring out the water for the white portion of the batter. This is chilled water from the fridge to reduce the fumes. Always remember to add your sodium hydroxide to your water, not the other way around, and wear goggles, gloves, long clothes and closed-toe shoes to protect you. This is the lye solution for the blue batter. Always work in a well-ventilated area away from children and pets. This technique is called a hanger swirl, and I literally bent a coat hanger for this. I'm just doing a simple zigzag. Oil is melted, so I'm splitting off 100 grams for the white layer. This is the lye I'm adding here. I realised I should have poured it into the jug, so I decanted it into that and then stick blending it just to emulsion. This is the remaining 600 grams of oil, and I'm adding the indigo lye solution and mixing to emulsion. I need this batter to be quite fluid. I normally use essential oils at 3%, but I overshot when weighing the cedarwood and had to add more of the others to recreate the scent balance. This blend can be used up to 5%. I used 4% because I prefer subtler scents to strong ones. The batter is not separating, so it's formed a stable emulsion, but it hasn't reached trace yet, which is ideal for this design. I poured about half of the blue batter to form the base layer. I left it to thicken just a little so it could support the weight of the next layer. I sped up the footage here, but I'm laying the white batter on as carefully as I can to try and form a really thin layer. The bottom layer is still quite fluid, so if I drop it from a height it's going to form a drop swirl and go down, and I just want a flat layer on top of the blue. I've sped up this footage too, but I spent about a minute slowly pouring the batter on top of the white layer, trying to not break through and create an accidental drop swirl. With this swirl, I'm trying to recreate the cyanotype that looks like the stem of a bramble or a rose. I'm hoping the points created by the swirl will look like the thorns along the stem. I spritzed it with isopropyl alcohol and put a cork mat on top, then left it on the bench overnight. There was a little bit of batter left over, so I poured it into these heart molds and did a skewer swirl on top. Holding the skewer at an angle was more effective than holding it vertically. I usually cut my soap with this converted hacksaw. I took the blade out and replaced it with the stainless steel framing wire I use for holding the wax on the frames in my beehives. You can use guitar strings too, though I haven't tried it. I'm just noticing I've got the tripod feet and camera strap in the frame. Be patient, I'm a complete novice at this, it will get better. So far, all of my 100% coconut oil soaps have gone through gel sitting on the bench and hardened really quickly, so I was surprised that this batch was still a little bit soft in the morning. I was very happy with how the colour came out. The indigo in lye solution technique worked better than adding the indigo either to the oils or to the batter in previous experiments. The colour looks like the faded denim I was hoping for, and although the swirl isn't immediately obvious as a stem, I'm still really pleased at how it came out. The essential oils are holding well and smell lovely. I love how each bar is just a little different, each one is unique. And I'm not saying anything, but the wire broke on RM's soap. So I cut the rest of the batch using my kitchen knife. It doesn't always work with coconut oil soaps. Sometimes it can be quite crumbly, but this one worked fine. I was looking at these shapes and planning to trim them into neat rectangles when I thought, this is a shape I know. At this point of filming, I was so tired. With brain fog to close Heathrow, I was aching and shaking, but at that moment I was so happy. I'm beaming. I'm thinking of two of my most favourite groups of people, BTS and ARMY, and grateful to have found you. Most of all, I'm thinking of Namjoon as RM, who is metaphorically and literally always in the heart of ARMY. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you try making it, please let me know in the comments below how it went. Stay well, and bye for now.